As a mother, I can't imagine losing a child, and I can't imagine all the parents here who feel the same way. I shared with you during testimony some stark statistics about the breadth of this issue, including 55% of students report hazing as a result of participation in student clubs, organizations, and athletics and threaten the health and safety of victims, and how 95% of these incidents go unreported. I also shared with you why we must act on this policy matter. Hazing happens on college campuses and in college-related settings, and it cuts across various student groups and organizations. We heard during testimony that the impact of hazing is not just centered around the individual who is impacted, while horrifying and often impacted with short and long-term trauma and sometimes death. Rather, we heard these incidents impact families, friends, communities in long-standing ways. We also heard in testimony of the secrecy and lack of transparency and accountability measures across the board. Finally, we heard in testimony about the strong need for education and information in order for decisions to be made and the importance of these measures if enacted on prevention and reduction of hazing activities. The current system is failing, and we need to work together to improve it and no longer accept the status quo. Hazing activities often include individuals who have little understanding of the risks associated with such activity. Parents or family members are also unaware of the potential harm and violence involved, as well as the long-term impact of trauma. Institutions are also often unaware that unofficial organizations operate on campus, as there are no requirements for those organizations to notify campus officials. Addressing an anti-hazing solution is critical to our collectively held value of keeping our communities and the public safe, and allow families that have lost a loved one to a hazing incident or where their student is severely injured, physically or psychologically, will have access to resources to address these unfortunate events. I concluded in the hearing the other day with these words of what was before our body: prevention, education, reduction, transparency, accountability. Today, and on final passage consideration, I leave you saying these names, all of whom have died as a result of violent hazing incidents: Timothy Piazza, Stone Feltz, Colin Wyatt, Max Groover, Adam Oakes, Andrew Coffey, Sebastian Serafin Bazan, Dylan Hernandez, and Mr. Sam Martinez. I urge a yes vote.